We are here with UW-La Crosse men's basketball coach Kent Dernbach talking about his recruiting class coming up for this season. Coach, we're going to ask you about your new recruits, and if you could just tell us a couple of things you like about each one.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming over, Colten.
Yeah. Let's start with Ethan Anderson, Black River Falls, a local guy that got a lot of publicity this year for a great year. Just what do you think he's going to bring to the program this year?
Well, with all our guys, they're young men that we targeted, specifically within our 5 incoming freshmen. They're guys that we evaluated, all the way starting last spring into the summer, fall, and the following, during their high school, season, and that we developed a connection with, myself and then, Coach Jelter and Coach Finko. Both, they did just such a phenomenal job developing relationships with them, and we needed that because we're going after young men, like Ethan, that had multiple scholarship offers. Ethan's somebody that has proven that he can impact the game on a number of different levels. Certainly really talented offensively, rebounds at a high level, can score it at a high level, but the main thing that is true with Ethan, and I think with so many of our other guys, if not all of our other guys, is that he has just a love for the game. And when you can combine that with his, ability to produce on the floor, we're just really excited to have Ethan.
For sure. Josh Dahlke, a Toma big man, 6'8", 6'9" center, power forward guy with a lot of skill. What do you see from him this season?
Well, Josh's ability in our motion offense, to be able to step out, to be able to handle the basketball a little bit, pass on the perimeter, maybe knock in a jump shot and become more comfortable with that, is really exciting, for a coach at any level, and certainly, in our league. And I think he's an underrated defensive player as well, where he can be a rim protector and, certainly an above average rebounder.
For sure. And then we got Seth Anderson from Marshfield, a 6'4", kind of tweener forward, kind of play a lot of different positions for you. What do you like about him next season?
Yeah, you kind of said it, Colten. His versatility is really exciting. At 6'4", maybe even closer to 6'5", in his body and his frame, his ability to put the ball on the deck. If he finds the ability to guard a three, in our league, he's going to be a handful. And coming in, I really believe he's going to be have the ability, to do that and work to be able to do that, because he's talented enough offensively. He's certainly an above average 3-point shooter, at his size, and he can rip with and get to the front of the rim with some of the best players. But like I said, if he can really cause some matchup problems, if he's able to become a little bit more versatile on the defensive end.
For sure. Craig Steele out of Portage, another kind of in that same vein, 6'3", 6'4" type of forward guy, and had a really great senior year, you were just telling me. So what do you like about him next year?
Yeah, Craig's probably closer to about 6'2". They list him a little bit bigger, but as somebody that took a huge jump between his junior year and his senior year. And if Craig has the potential, which we believe he does, and can do that again between his senior year in high school and his freshman year, or his freshman year to his sophomore year, he's going to have a really good college career. And another guy that just loves the game. I mean, somebody that wanted to play AAU basketball this past season, Colten, in April, just because he loves the game that much, because he wanted to get out there and gets it done in the classroom, and really excited about certainly not only the jump he took, but can he do that here, and we really believe he can.
Luke Hayes, that's the last incoming freshman, who's actually the brother of one of the transfers we'll get to. What do you like about him for coming up this season?
Well, he averaged, he made over 4 threes a game at 6'5". Somebody that had a really pretty late growth spurt, was shorter in his freshman year, and had a growth spurt, thinned out a little bit, was all conference, on the line in football. So someone that I believe has a little bit of toughness to them as well. Comes from a basketball family. Brother, as you said, we'll get right into him. Zach Hayes is coming to us from Lindenwood. His father is head coach at Wrightstown. So guys that really understand, I think, motion offense. They understand what it takes to win, the work ethic, and really excited to have both Luke and Zach.
For sure. UW-Milwaukee transfer, Sam Burkhart. You guys saw him in your scrimmage with UW-Milwaukee last season. What do you think he can bring to the team for next season?
Well, he was a proven winner in high school, Colten. I mean, the state run that he had, it was really impressive coming out of Xavier. And has a really good body. Somebody that's certainly competed against some really good players, obviously, each and every day at Milwaukee. Where even though he's a walk-on, he's somebody that they really relied on in practice and nearly every single drill to compete, against their top rotation players. And because of that, even though he hasn't played on the court in 2 years, he's somebody that's certainly been even really involved in getting better at it as a basketball player. And I think it's a really good fit and a good time for Sam to come to our program. What his love and passion for the game and his competitiveness are really exciting and things that I look forward to, and seeing in not only him, but how can maybe that trickle down to maybe a few other guys in our entire roster next year.
For sure. And our last transfer and the last of the 8 UW basketball players coming in this year, Dylan Bunders from St. Norbert.
Yeah, Dylan's actually from my hometown, Allman Bancroft. Went to St. Norbert's and had a solid freshman year for him there. I think was always attracted to the La Crosse area for a couple of different reasons, and is someone that I think always had a passion to play in our league. And Dylan knows that it's going to be an uphill battle, for him to make an impact on our program, immediately. But what probably excites me most is that he knows that, and he's willing to take that challenge head on. And that's going to be true for all of our guys. The transition will not be easy for them, but are they willing to put the work in? And Dylan, I believe, is willing to do that, to come over, to work hard each and every day on his body, on his skill level, and at his size. And if he's able to put some of those things together, there's no reason he can't have a really successful career here at UW-L.
Perfect. All right, Coach, thanks so much for giving that little preview for us.
Yeah, thanks, Colten.